First, summer is here, and as temperatures continue to rise, so do your expenses. If you're looking for ways to enjoy all of the summer fun without breaking your budget, we have got you covered.
And we've invited local financial professional Abby Reed with Reed Financial Group to break it all down for us. Welcome back, Abby.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Happy Monday.
Yes, money matters on this Monday.
Hello.
That's right.
All right, so we know the sun is hot, but saving money is what? Hotter, everybody. It's hotter. Okay, so how do we keep everyone on track with their summer spending?
Yeah.
Summer is a more expensive time of the year. Studies show that typically our expenses rise from anywhere from 10 to 30% because we're having more fun.
Yes.
It's warmer, we want to be outside, we want to hang out with our friends, go on vacation. So what I like to remind people is stick to your budget. So the budget that I like to follow is 50-30-20.
Okay.
So 50% goes to your needs. Mortgage, all the things that you can't do without.
Right.
20% goes to savings or debt payments.
Right.
And then the rest, the 30%, goes to wants. So vacationing, clothes, hair, all of the fun stuff. But sticking to that, even when the seasons change and spending changes, is really, really important to do.
Yeah. It's really about discipline too. So we know summer is obviously very expensive, as you just outlined, but we really want to kind of develop those disciplines, if you will, even into the November, December months when we've got all the holidays. So in terms of maximizing savings, but also paying off debt, I know you just outlined that, but give us some specific examples of that.
Yeah, so what I like to remind people is that you don't have to spend a lot to have fun. I think in this city, in this state, we have a really good, our state parks are amazing. They're probably some of the best in the country. You can have free admission to state parks with a library pass. There are plenty of free movies, concerts. I know that Atlantic Station, Colony Square has free movies.
Crabapple has live concerts.
And I know that a lot of that is talked about here on ATL Live. So
come on with the plug, Abby.
So finding those things, especially for families. The kids are out of school. You have to figure out what to do with them, keep them entertained, keep them fed. And so just accessing things like that and having, what I like to do is have my long-term goals in front of me, revisit those weekly, maybe even have a sticky on my bathroom mirror so that I'm not overextending myself for kind of a one-time thing or a week-long vacation and putting my future self at risk.
Oh, that's so hard to do in the moment.
It is, and the last thing you want to do is come back from vacation and feel guilty about your spending and then try to figure it out, right?
Yes,
so we're at the midpoint now of the year, basically, for the summer, which is crazy to think about, which means that like taxes and all the other things. We are closer to Christmas, which is good, but also closer to spending and really the big ticket items that we need to be careful about. So how do we set ourselves up for success when it comes to that portion as well?
So mid-year is a great time to see how we've done for the first part of the year. Check expenses, see if you're on track with kind of what, unless you follow a really strict budget, you might think you're in a certain place and maybe you're better than you thought you were. Maybe you need a little bit of work. So it's a really good time to do like a money date with yourself, or if you're married, with you and your spouse. Sit down and just have maybe 2 hours and just put it on the calendar so it doesn't get bumped, because it is a chore, so you don't necessarily want to do this. Put it on the calendar, have the kids with friends or a babysitter and reassess everything. Make sure that you're saving enough so you're really putting that 20% towards either high yield or high interest debt, or putting it towards retirement, towards savings, because that interest on the credit cards can really add up.
Sure can.
We don't want to do that. If you take a $5,000 vacation and put it on a credit card and only pay those minimum payments, it's going to end up being over 31 years it'll take to pay off. It'll end up being $14,000 instead of just $5,000.
Listen, soak all that up with Abby Reed. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to have everything on ATLLiveshow.com for all this information, because there is so much more if you want to get connected with the experts at Reed Financial Group or get a consultation. You know where to go, ATLLiveshow.com.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you so much.
We love having you.
Thanks for having me.